Hey everybody, what's going on? My name is Dexilic, and today we're going to be talking about a game called Once Human, a game that wasn't initially on my radar, and wow, like I can't tell you how much fun I've been having with it. I've just been absolutely addicted to playing it. And I just want to give you around like 10 or 11 tips that sort of helped me along the way, stuff that I figured out that I wasn't aware of. But first, if you're new to the channel, welcome on into a place where we love to discuss all things on the internet. We're talking about anime, we're talking about video games. Anyway, let's hop on into the mix. First tip I want to give you is that you need to be very, very careful where you choose to make your character. Currently, there are server caps that are being hit. So people are joining and then waiting for their friends to come on in. And then they're like, yeah, there's not enough room. I think the current cap is 4,000. This is just hearsay. Also, while before initially at launch, you weren't able to make multiple characters, well, now you can. However, there is a big caveat. You still cannot delete characters from my knowledge. I had a friend who created a character in the server that we were in, didn't like how the character looked, and we're like, okay, no big deal. We create another character in another server. I had already built up a lot of time in that server. He couldn't reuse the name, and he couldn't make another character in that server because he couldn't delete the one that was in there. Make sure that when you're making your character, you know exactly what you want before you confirm. The second thing that I want to tell you about is that you can actually overdrink and overeat before you leave your base. Now, what does this do? This sets off a 20-minute timer where you essentially will not have any loss in hydration or become hungry at all within the next 20 minutes. This is really OP. It just makes the whole survival aspect a lot easier. Now, tip number 3, one of the best deviations you can bring with you, especially if you don't have sanity pills or if you don't have a lot of healing items and you kind of play recklessly like I do, even though the game right now is extremely easy, it's best to bring festering gel. Festering gel, I believe you get from the first silo, so make sure to sync that up in your cradle before you leave, and now you can just deploy him, and every single time you're down on health or you just need to recover some sanity, just whip him out. Throw them out there. Tip number 4, you can actually disassemble low tier mods to get weapon mods to upgrade your better ones. So sometimes you'll have some grays there and you're like, I'm never going to use this. I didn't know you could just bring them to the disassembly station and disassemble those mods, and you'll get these essentially like upgrade credits to be able to put towards better mods, which allows you to roll a random stat on that mod. Anyway, tip number 5, be careful what memetic specializations you take. Memetic specializations is one of those things that you're very limited in. So you have a certain amount of rerolls within a season, and once they're used up, you won't be able to change them until you make a new character next season. I've seen a lot of strategies online about not picking your specialization until you get all of the specialization slots unlocked. Tip number 6, be wary of how you spend your Starchrom, because this is going to be the main way that you continue on in endgame progression. Now, it's tough because there are a lot of different pages and currencies in this game. Kind of looks like a mobile game in a lot of ways. Could be because NetEase is the publisher, but you will have 2 options to use your Starchroms at the end to get rare blueprints with Starchrom, either using the wish machine, which is like a whack-a-mole RNG mini game type system, or the blueprint shop where you can buy them outright. However, the drawback of that is that it's going to be way more expensive to buy them from the blueprint shop. However, you'll be able to get exactly what you want versus sort of gambling and rolling. The good thing about sort of gambling on the wish machine is that you'll get other things included. So you won't just be throwing out, let's say 2,000-3,000 Starchrom on one item. You know, you'll get a bunch of different things. Maybe not the thing that you want, but it's there. Tip number 7, a lot of people don't know how to emote, and let me just let you know, I know it's something you could probably just look up really fast, but if you want to emote, just press X to open up your emote wheel and then press space, and you'll be able to switch back and forth between your commands and your expressions. Tip number 8, if you're looking at your blueprints menu and you're like, what the hell, like I don't have enough, that's probably because you're not exploring settlements when you get there. Settlements are basically anything that has like the little house icon. You can go there to do everything that's in that area, like collecting the weapon crates, the armor crates. Where you're going to get these blueprints are in the mythical crates. So you just want to try to explore that area every single time you reach it, or go and backtrack if that's more your style. But yeah, tip number 9, if you or your friend are trying to play together, this is a lot. This actually pissed off my friend pretty heavily. I wasn't super concerned, but I can see how somebody would get mad. So if you're trying to play with your friend and you guys are standing in the same location on the server, but you can't see each other, it's probably because you guys are on different worlds in a server. Each server consists of worlds, and You can sort of think of this like channels in some other MMOs. So check the top right corner of your screen to make sure you and your friend are in the same world. And if you do happen to be on another world, make sure to head over to a teleportation portal. They're usually marked in blue and they say teleportation portal on them to switch over to other worlds and meet your friend there. Tip number 10, if you're confused about why you can't teleport, even having enough resources, you're out in the open world, you're going to teleport to, let's say, some tower somewhere else, and you've unlocked the teleportation towers, I'm here to tell you that you can only teleport when you're at another teleportation tower. Now, this might seem kind of stupid on the face of it. The way I was thinking about it was, okay, well, I unlocked the teleportation tower, I can just teleport to that whenever. That's not how it works. So a quick workaround for this is that you can teleport home and then teleport to a teleportation tower. Just keep in mind that teleporting back to your base has a 10-minute cooldown. Okay, bonus tip, tip number 11. If you run out of fuel and you're not able to craft it yet, while you're riding along, you can go to the trunk of cars, open up certain trunks and find fuel there. That was really helpful for me because I was like, where do I get this? And I didn't want to invest in it yet because I had other things I wanted to invest in the Memetic screen, but yeah, there you go. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you're enjoying Once Human as well too. I'm currently working on a longer form video for Once Human, just when I really fully experience, I think, everything this game has to offer, or at least like having a better idea, then I'll release that. Otherwise, I'm going to keep releasing smaller bits of content like this. And let me know if any of this helped you out at all, so that way I know to keep making this kind of content. And if you do want to see more of this content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.